Hi guys, I'm new to the Whisper community and I just wanted to start off with something pretty simple. I'm just going to be doing some nail tapping and scratching. Sorry, that was my dog. I'm also going to read some poetry for you and some page turning. So I hope you like it. Again, I'm new, so please give me a break. I'm not going to be that great at this. So I was a poet semi-finalist at my school, and they gave me this book of poetry. And I'm just going to read a few poems from it, and hopefully it will be relaxing for you. This one's called The Wooden Overcoat by Rick Barrett. It turns out there's a difference between a detail and an image. If the dandelion on the sidewalk is mere detail, the dandelion inked on a friend's bicep is an image because it moves when her body died. Even when a shirt covers a little thorny black sun on a thick stalk, the same way that the barcode on the back of another friend's neck is just a detail, until you hear that the row of numbers underneath are numbers his grandfather got on his arm in a camp in Poland. Then it's an image, something activated in the reader's senses beyond mere fact. I know the difference doesn't matter, except in poetry, where a coffin is just another coffin until someone at a funeral calls it a wooden overcoat, an image so heavy and warm at the same time that you forget it's about death. At my uncle's funeral, the coffin was so beautiful, it was like the chandelier lighting the room where treaties are signed. It made me think of how loved he was. It made me think of show-some funerals where everything the dead person owned was put into a bonfire, even the horse. In that last sentence, is the horse a detail or an image? I don't really know. In my mind, a horse is never anywhere near a fire, and a detail is as luminous as an image. The trumpet vine on the sagging fence, the clothes in the fire, and each tattoo that I touched on your back, and the 3-part illustration of how to use chopsticks, the 4-leaf clover, the clock face stopped at 12:05. Snow Tiger by Yusef Komanyaka. Ghost some have hidden, where did you go? There's always a mother of some other creature born to fight for her love. I fucked that one up. Damn it. Omens by Yusef Komanyaka. Her eyelids were painted blue. When she closed her eyes, the sea rolled in like 10,000 fiery chariots, leaving behind silence above and below, a 10,000 years old. We stood beneath a high-arched window, gazing out at fishing boats beyond the dikes, their nets unfurled, their offshore gestures a dance of living and bluish entourage. He was the only court's chief jester. What he said and did make them laugh, but lately what he sometimes thought he knew could cost him his polluted tongue and royal wig. He was the masked fool unmasking the emperor. Forget the revelation, forget the briny sea. He had seen the ravished empress naked in a forbidden pose, her blue eyeshadow, aquamarine shells crusted with wormy mud. Anyway, if he said half of what he foretold, the great one would become a weeping boy slumped beneath the pillars of Hercules. Once Upon a Time by Anthony Madrid. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful shark. She combed her long, blonde hair, and it made the husband bark. It made the chicken oink, and the whale to run for Congress. A man should never obstruct the course of material progress. Yet a lamb cannot weep when the kiddies come home from college, for they have forgotten to keep the agreement they made to acknowledge. The woodpecker's right to peck, and the maples to be pecked at. Let's have a little respect for Rubber Duck with a doctorate. That provocative way of standing, all elbows and bangles, and hips just like a coat hanger, and ankles at right angles. I like the shape of the pouring soy milk, the sound of the splitting log, but Egret finds it regrettable that her sister is dating a dog. Don't listen to him, kid, and don't listen to their questions. This corporation's been ruined by well-meaning, false confessions. And the world is fast a-melting, though I would have it slow, and I don't think it's helping the way these animals go. Straight from hatchery to quackery, and if only to amuse, I'll throw my hat in with Mike Thataway in black patent leather shoes. Maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. Maybe I'm just like my father. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Maybe I'm just like my cats, licking invisible balls. Perhaps you'll reflect upon that next time you're screening your calls. And all the solvent and the solute, they were walking hand in hand. This the Indian poets were the first to understand. The ancient Indian poets had their heads screwed on straight, fixed on the body's affluence and the effluence that escape. And the influence they enjoyed, close focus, hocus pocus. And every Jesunte Moed and a juvenile honey locust will prefer their Hindi districts to the Indiana Hoosiers. We're gonna be there from Spit Christmas all the way to Mucus New Year's. But for now I draw the curtain and settle into Lent, last person to go to Harvard without knowing what that meant. That was really interesting.